Let me talk to you.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me talk to you.
Welcome. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're back after 2 weeks of hiatus for our new same look, but always new. You and me, Frank, you and me, Nick, always chilling and hanging for. Let me talk to you, episode 21. How you doing, brother?
Repping the 305 shirt today, today's a big day. We got Heat playing tonight, actually playing right now, but how about you, bro? I'm pretty good. How about yourself, brother?
Dude, I'm chilling, man. I'm excited. Gonna see if we could get this Heat win tonight, and that's why we started the show a little bit early. That way we could catch the ending of the game. And of course, I am repping CCW, as you can see, because tomorrow in Doral, I will. Hold on a second. Did you lose me for a second? Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna be.
We're good. That's what happens when we do live, man. That's what happens.
Sorry, it's like I moved this, and this all of a sudden I like it went like completely deaf on my headphones. I'll be at the CCW event tomorrow in Doral. So if you guys want to say what's up and swing by Doral tomorrow, I will be there. If you go to my Instagram page, Frankie Fresco, you will see that I uploaded on my story the CCW event that is going to be taking place in Doral. 8:00 start, so I'll be out there. But with that being said, let's do a quick rundown of what we're going to speak about tonight. Obviously, we got NXT. We had some stuff go down last night in NXT. We're going to talk about the Dolphins, of course, the Miami Dolphins, with some news on Tua, some news on Chris Greer of what he spoke about when it came to Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the Miami Heat, see how they're doing. Of course, they're playing Philadelphia today in the playing game. Hopefully, they're able to do the same what the Lakers did last night and win. That way, we don't have to worry about playing another game. And then finally, we ended off with, of course, that exciting game that happened earlier, just a couple minutes ago, where Real Madrid and Man City, bro, going at it for the whole. What a game. We'll talk about that as well. But let's talk about wrestling first and foremost. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have NXT, and NXT started with a bang. Couple things that are happening at NXT for next week. I wanted to share that. Obviously, Lola Vice fought last night, and then we were finally given a preview of what's going to happen, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The preview is there next Tuesday. It's going to be the contract signing. Natalia and Lola Vice will be going ahead and signing it as the first day of spring breaking. So the little event that NXT has going on, and they're gonna sign their contract, and then it's gonna be an underground, NXT Underground. So it should be exciting. I think this is a good stepping stone for Lola Vice. I think eventually they're pushing her, and I think this is kind of the first step. I wouldn't be surprised, Nick, with the draft coming up soon, that they're gonna be moving some of these NXT fighters, and then this is just a stepping stone for Lola Vice to eventually win one of the women's belt, whether it's the new belt that they made, the North American belt for the females, or just the NXT that Roxanne Perez has right now. What do you think about this fight? Who do you have next week winning this fight, sir?
I'm sorry, but right now I see NXT giving the push for Lola, but Natalia, bro, I think she's gonna go ahead and take one for the match, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I don't see Lola Vice winning this match, but I do see Lola Vice continuing.
It adds credibility to her resume, honestly.
It does, man, and it's not. And personally, this is probably gonna be her biggest opponent because now this is obviously a SmackDown Raw type of wrestler instead of an NXT one. So it's a big stepping stone for her. So hopefully she's able to come out there and you know either pull it off or at least do a good showing. Um, the next thing that happened at NXT was an exciting steel cage match, and that was our boy Trick Williams going one on one with Carmelo Hayes in a steel cage match, which ended with obviously Carmelo Hayes' goons interfering on Trick Williams, but Trick Williams was able to pull it off and was able to win last night in that steel cage match, which then, of course, will lead us up to next week's big match, which is there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the match that we all are excited to watch, which is night one again, the spring breaking, Dragunov versus Trick Williams. Sir, talk to me. Did you get a chance to see that steel cage match first and foremost? And second,
Man,
about what do you think about this match? Who's gonna win it, in your opinion?
I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been swamped. At listeners, I'm also a student, so I have one last semester. So I've been getting swamped with a lot of assignments and work. So I did not get a chance to watch this match, but I bet it was a classic between Trick and Carmelo. So obviously, having to see now another classic with Dragunov. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Trick will win this match because right now I feel like Dragunov is being shown more onto. He's now shown in where SmackDown, right? He's in SmackDown now more a little bit more often.
He was at SmackDown. He made no, he was
So
at Raw. He was at Raw.
was
He was
it
at
Raw?
Raw.
Okay, so then I wouldn't be surprised if he loses this match, loses the championship, and Trick kind of holds it down in NXT while Dragunov moves over to the bigger platforms in Raw and SmackDown. To be honest with you.
Not bad, man. Last night's match was exciting. It was good seeing the goons come in, and it was cool. It was hard hitting. It obviously we weren't able to recap Stand and Deliver, but obviously Trick won in Stand and Deliver, so this gives Trick the upper edge twice on Carmelo. But I honestly feel that Dragunov is gonna win this next week. I don't I still see Carmelo some way somehow getting involved with Trick Williams, and especially since Trick has 2 wins over him. I think he's gonna get involved some way somehow. And I think at the end of the day, it might end up like in a disqualification or something like that, where Trick Williams ends up not being able to capitalize and win that belt. I still don't think Dragunov is gonna be moved to either Monday Night Raw or SmackDown for when the draft comes around in a couple weeks. But it should be. I think they're gonna drag that a little bit more, and I think you have to build a little bit more in that Dragunov Trick Williams type of storyline. So I think that's why I don't see Dragunov losing that belt. But again, it should be exciting next week. We'll probably find out if
Even though a lot of wrestlers have been changing belts, a lot of belts have been moving around now. Like a lot of belts have been moving around.
yeah, I actually saw a like a news feed. I think it was on X. I think it was on X because of the whole situation with Rhea Ripley actually getting hurt. That the only on the main roster, the only person holding a belt before WrestleMania is Logan Paul. Everybody else changed belts. Yeah, so everybody in the main Raw and SmackDown roster changed. Now that Rhea Ripley got hurt and she had to forfeit her belt, it's only Logan Paul holding it down. And, Cody's new. The tag team both on Raw and SmackDown are new. Sami Zayn is new. You have everybody new. And then on the NXT side, Roxanne Perez beat Valkyria at Stand and Deliver, so that was a switch. And then Dragunov, well, you could technically say Dragunov is the only one as the second one if you're counting NXT, because he's the only one before WrestleMania that
Seth
actually
Rollins lost his belt too.
Seth Rollins also lost his belt to Damian Priest. So yeah, I would honestly say in the main roster it's only Logan Paul, and if you want to include NXT, then it's obviously Dragunov as well. But overall, man, we'll see what happens next week. It should be entertaining. We'll see if Trick Williams can pull it off, or maybe Dragunov.
It's time,
maybe
he looks good with a belt, bro. I think
maybe Dragunov pulls it off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was impressed with him when he fought against Shinsuke. It was an entertaining
match,
fight
right?
when he was on Monday Night. Yeah, man. They did a good showing, both him and Roxanne Perez when they were both in Monday Night Raw. So it was good to see them. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to the next topic this weekend. Of course, is the Miami Dolphins, and we there's a couple of things we wanted to talk about when it comes to the Dolphins, and of course, it's contract talks, draft. It's right around the corner. Next week we have the draft party. So we're gonna we gotta go to the draft party, right, Nick? We got the draft next week. Can we?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
going? Are you available, sir? Or
So,
are you?
listeners, viewers out there, just a quick reminder: don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Much love for everyone out there who tunes into the show. As you know, my brother and I were both season ticket holders, so we do get invited to season ticket holder events. And so, thank you. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to my rep. She went ahead and was gave me an RSVP to a draft party at Pier 5 at Bayside. So obviously I added you on my spot, so I also added Andrea. Obviously she's a +1 automatically. There's no chance she has to go. And
Of course.
so
Oh,
um
shout out to your rep because I'm still waiting for my email.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I'm gonna tell you something, guys, and this has actually worked for both me and my brother. I think it was like the first 2 or 3 seasons that we were together. We had the same rep. After that, we've had 2 separate reps every year, and as a matter of fact, it's actually worked because whenever
Yeah.
I don't get anything, he gets it, and whenever he
Mhm.
gets something, I don't get it. And it's funny, we've kind of like having 2 reps has actually worked out for us on when it comes to like the Dolphin events that they always offer us because like I said, look, he got this draft party event, and I didn't get invited. My rep completely forgot. I don't know where she's at. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is. But she was looking out last season, but this season, I guess maybe she's slacking. I don't know. I will say this: that there's a big turnaround when it comes to the Dolphin reps. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
I mean,
Um,
typically the last rep that I had, she got promoted, and then the other rep that before her, she got promoted. So I guess there's just growth in the company right now, and hey man, there's nothing wrong in growth.
I mean, my rep that I had before, he got promoted, and he actually got um yeah, he got like he was probably one of the best ones I've had. He actually got promoted, and it worked out for us, and that was the only reason why I was like, oh, okay, cool. I miss him. I forgot his name though, but he
I'm
was
trying to
the
find my
probably
rep's name because I want to give a shout out to her, but shout out to my rep, man.
okay. I'm not gonna shout out my rep right now because obviously she's been slacking. But still, I mean, I guess she's doing her thing. Um, I always will give a shout out to Casey, bro. Our number one Miami Dolphins rep, Casey. If you ever watched the show, shout out to you, Casey. We always miss you. Casey was our number one um Miami Dolphins.
She was our longest rep too. She was with us for like about 3 years, more or less.
That goes to show you if anybody out there is also a Dolphin season ticket holder, let us know if you run into the same situation where you're continuously like changing reps or if you're continuously having to follow up with your rep and get updates because that's kind of been our situation, me and my brother. And like I said, it we kind of kept it this way where we're like, okay, we'll separate each other. We sit next to each other, but having different reps, it kind of gives us like, it keeps us in check with what is going on. So
Jordan, that's her name, Jordan. Shout out to my rep, Jordan.
shout out to Jordan. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna shout out my rep because she's been slacking a little bit. But let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. And of course, Chris Greer went he had a press conference and he informed us of what he was thinking about the Miami Dolphins and about our boy Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Phillips, Jalen Waddle. He was talking about all this stuff, sir. Talk to me, man. What you think about Chris Greer and what he said about extensions and giving us the guarantee that Tua will eventually get signed with the Dolphins? What do you think about that, man?
It's a little bit surprising because he's very careful with his words. He's very careful on what he says. He likes to keep it very vague, very not too direct. But now it seems like he's moving on towards to another direction, more forward direction, kind of giving the green light that, hey, this is our quarterback, this is who we're gonna extend. And this to me, this is just me though. This just means that we're not gonna draft no QB in this draft whatsoever. I believe we're gonna focus more on the O line, focus more on protecting Tua, and just making sure that he's healthy, making sure he just continues check marking everything that we're asking him for. So,
Well,
this is
he did mention that he wouldn't mind drafting another quarterback, but it would kind of be similar to what they did with Skyler, where they get him like towards the end of the draft. That's what he said.
yeah, but nah, man, that's just smokescreen for me, bro.
Oh, smoke screen.
Yeah, I don't think he just says that just so that how can I say it? Just to play it safe. But to be honest with you, they're all 100% on Tua. I can't, and they're giving him a coach, QB coach on John Beck. Shout out to John Beck. And so um it just tells me that they're all for it. They're all hands on deck on Tua, and I don't see the Dolphins drafting no quarterback. Nobody, bro. We have this guy, our boy from Pembroke Pines. What's his name?
Mike White.
Mike White and Skyler. So no shot. I believe we're gonna focus on either replacing what we lost in Christian Wilkins and add on to a co-partner with Sealer, or we just add on that wall around Tua and making sure that he's protected.
Well, yeah, man, I have to kind of concur with you. I honestly feel that at the end of the day, the Dolphins are 100% invested on Tua. Tua's going to be the man, and I think that's what they want to kind of like. I think that's what Greer was kind of like trying to tell us. We're going 100% with Tua. Question is, how much is Tua willing to get paid? We expected Tua to get maybe to help us out. To get like a contract that wouldn't burn us, that wouldn't be like extravagant, because let's keep it real. I mean, Tua over the last 4 years, he has been, he hasn't been bad. He's been like I said, I have no problem admitting that he has been the best quarterback since Dan Marino. But at the same time, there's a lot of issues that has happened in the 4 years that he's been with the Dolphins. The injuries, the whole drama with Brian Flores, the inconsistency when it comes to the end of the season, and the issues that we can't win a playoff game. We still haven't been able to win a playoff game. I know it was only his first year last season being in the playoffs, but still, there was higher expectations. And granted, we did lose to the defending champions, so it's a lot to expect. But me and my brother were doing a little bit of homework, and of course, we wanted to follow up and see what we're looking at here when it comes to figures. And I want to talk to you, Nick, about that. I mean, Joe Burrow, 5 years, he got 275, which is an average about 55 a year. And then Justin Herbert got 5 years, 262, which was somewhere around 52.4. So when it comes to Tua, what do you think? What do you think he's going to be asking for? Is he willing to give us a break? Is he going to ask for more than Burrow? Like, how much should we pay this guy? Obviously 5 years too, because these guys are getting 5 years, so it's gonna be a 5-year deal for Tua.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna sound like every other person that has been spoken about on this topic. It's gonna be right around the middle. He's done more than Justin Herbert, but he hasn't passed on and made that clutch moment like Joe Burrow, and so he's gonna be in the middle right now. And it's really, I don't want to say it's a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Because we know what Tua can come in. We know what Tua can bring into the table. We know that Tua's been improving year in and year out. Now we just got to figure out, hey, do we want to put all our chips on him? And it seems like that's the direction. And you know what, sir? I'm sorry. We have mixed feelings. I know sometimes in the moment you and I are like, yo, screw Tua. But I'm sorry, man. I think this is the right choice. I feel like Tua
is going to... part of Tua-non? Is that what you're trying to tell me, sir?
I'm not lying to you, man. I'm really feeling what Tua's doing this offseason, having to, add another sleeve, being more into his tradition, being more on that leadership role.
Nick, why are you buying to this crap? Every year
Teron Armstead giving kudos to him, saying that he's been telling your boy Tyreek Hill, hey man, you gotta run this route, not that route. Having to have that leadership quality. Now and let's keep it real. We just keep on adding obstacles and checklists on him, and he just keeps on check marking them. hey, do we need do we can he stay healthy for a whole year? Yes, this year he can. Can he win a lot of can he be a winning quarterback? He has. Now the only can he be can he be in talks of the MVP? Yes, he can. Is he the best quarterback since Dan Marino? He has. So it's like
Are you done? Are you still going? Okay.
all I'm saying is right now, for some strange reason, I feel like this year Tua's gonna check mark the big check mark, which is he gonna come through the when the clutch moment needs to be clutched? December. And I believe December he's gonna check mark that. And this is either gonna bite me in the butt, but hey, I believe Tua's gonna win a playoff game this year. Best believe
Oh
it.
my God. Let me come back here. Let me come back to this. Let me talk to you and let me get back to reality here. Okay, so number one, I'm not buying this crap. About hey Tua. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Every year he's doing something different. Last year he was gaining weight. This year he's losing weight. He
He's
put
at
on a sleeve.
220 now.
He put on a sleeve. He's putting on another sleeve this year. He put in cornrows
He's a
and
family man. He's a family. He's a father now.
every year Tua is trying to do something different. I mean, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Tua. I understand that the Dolphins are gonna give him. They're all in on Tua, so I respect that. So no hands down. I'm not gonna criticize the Dolphins for that. They feel like he's the man who's gonna lead this team to a Super Bowl, and all right,
He will,
I'm
sir.
fine. I'll sign off on it. Contract wise, 5 years. I wish they would only give him 4 years, in my opinion. That's just me. But it looks like these contracts are going for 5 years. Justin Herbert 262 and Burrow 275. I'm hoping that Tua gets something in between. I agree with you. Maybe somewhere around 270, maybe 269, 268, somewhere around there. Herbert did get, I believe it was 51 million guaranteed. So I'm pretty sure Tua's gonna get somewhere around a little bit more than that, maybe like 53, 54 million guaranteed. My issue is I don't think Tua's gonna ask for that. I think Tua and his agent are gonna ask for way more. I think Tua's gonna ask for more than Burrow. I think he's gonna ask for. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get
280.
as close to 300. That's my opinion. I honestly feel that he's gonna try to get over 300. If we do 300 5 years, that would be what divided by five. We're looking at 60 million. 60 million for uh a year. It's a lot of money, man, for a
It's a lot
guy
of money.
who, you
Hasn't
know.
won a playoff game.
And again, it's only one. It's only been his first season, so I can't knock him for it. But
Mm.
what I am gonna knock him is obviously for his performance when it comes at the end of the season. He hasn't been that. He hasn't been as good as we thought he would gonna be. So he's solid at the beginning, but at the end he struggles. And I'm not gonna put excuses on the injuries and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if you want to be a franchise QB and get paid, you got to deliver. And I'm not saying he has to deliver every single time because it's not going to be easy. Things are not going to always fall the way you wanted to fall, but at least you can win us maybe one or two of those games. And he hasn't done that. Just it's been shaky with him. And that's the only disappointing part of this whole thing. I always look back at like you had the Green Bay game where he messed up. He had the game against Tennessee a couple years ago when Brian Flores was still the coach. That was a big game. Obviously, you had the game. I mean, the Dolphins' only true win towards the end of the season was when Skyler beat the Jets. Not last season, but the year
The
before.
Cowboys game.
The Cowboys game. I mean, the Cowboys game was kind of 50-50. I mean, we only won by what, a field goal, and
Two
and then
points.
or 2 points, and then look how they performed against the Green Bay Packers and at Dallas. So it was like Green Bay destroyed them. So it's like I yes, I guess you could give them a little bit of credit on that. You could give the team credit, but not to impress. You understand me? I need him to deliver. But those Buffalo games on the road, shaky. Buffalo in Miami, shaky. And now look, man, to be honest with you, Buffalo looks vulnerable this year. So if you can't deliver this year, then damn, dude, like and you're gonna ask for 300 million. It's a lot of money, my friend. That's
I
all
agree.
I'm asking for. I don't have a
I, s-
problem them
I,
signing
s-
him.
I still think they're gonna do something in the middle between a little bit above Herbert, but below Joe Burrow.
I think that's what the Dolphins are gonna propose to him. But I just feel that his agent and two are gonna be like, no, we want 300 mil.
How much does Lamar Jackson? How much does he get?
I haven't looked at his contract, but I could look it up and see Lamar Jackson. Lamar. Now, keep in mind, though, Lamar Jackson has been in the league a lot longer than these guys. But Lamar Jackson, 5 years, 260 million.
What's up? No doubt.
So he's even below what Justin Herbert makes. Oh, it's hey, what's up, man? What's up, no doubt. So he's even below that, you know. So it's like, does he deserve all that money, man? Does he deserve 300 grand? I mean, $300,000. You know that's not that. Wait,
300 million.
300
300.
million. My bad. 300 million. 300,000 would be a joke. 300 million. Is it? Does he deserve all that money? And in my opinion, I don't think so, man. I just don't think so.
That's why it's a calculated risk. That's why it's a calculated risk. His own version of Ted Lasso. That's a good show, by the way.
So that's my only concern. Now let's talk a little bit about what he said about our other two boys, Jalen Waddle and of course, um, Jalen Phillips. And now Jalen Waddle, we saw what Devontae Smith got.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Smith got paid. Let me
Three
pull it
years,
up right.
75.
Yeah. So Devontae Smith, his
Slim.
numbers, his numbers were looking like the first year he had 916 yards, 5 touchdowns. Second year, 1,196, 7 touchdowns. Third year, 1,066, 7 touchdowns as well. Jalen Waddle had first year 1,015, 6 touchdowns. 2022 was best year, 1,356, 8 touchdowns, and then last year 1,014, 4 touchdowns. So it's obvious that Jalen Waddle has outperformed Devontae Smith, and they're very comparable because obviously Jalen has Tyreek Hill, Devontae has AJ Brown. Um, sir, Chris Greer said we're gonna use the 5th year option on him. The Philadelphia Eagles, third year with Devontae Smith, and they sign him. What is going on here? Like this is this a concern for you? Because how is it possible that Philadelphia is able to sign their receiver? And then when they asked Chris Greer is talking about, hey, 5th year option. Why is he not talking about, yeah, long-term extension for Jalen Waddle? We're working on that as well.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Having to lose pieces like Christian Wilkins, Xavier Howard, and a bunch of other whole pieces. The offensive lineman Robert Hunt. Those type of pieces. You would think those are the sacrifices you make in order to re-sign the next line of young talent that you picked up on the draft, like Jalen Phillips and Jalen Waddle, who are big contributors. And we're also not forgetting Javon Holland, that we also got to pay him. And so it's kind of like a question
And
mark.
he doesn't have a 5th year option because he was a second round. So
Then
FYI.
well, damn. So then it comes to show you where like I'm not really too aware of how the books are being ran through Chris Greer, but this is kind of giving me I'm not lying to you. At the end of the day, this is making me feel like, hey, we're really gonna put all the chips on Tua. You feel me? Like I wouldn't be surprised if we don't sign Jalen Waddle and we let him kind of like I remember Chris Greer always using the term he deserves the right to
I
look
hate when
like
he says that
to
shit.
search, look and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so
Yeah, he
it just
deserves to test the market.
he deserves to test the market. And so Chris Greer has been moving like that for a couple of years now. So I'm a little bit hurt because I want Jalen Waddle to stay. We met him at Sports Grill on his
We
rookie
sure
year.
did. Hell yeah. Eating
You
those
got
chicken wings with his
you
family.
got you got signed gloves by Jalen Waddle.
I don't have him here. Let's have
So
them
he's a
here.
fan. He's a fan favorite. And it just makes me realize that maybe the window's closing in with the talent that we have now, and we're just gonna do another soft reset next year too because of what we've invested already with Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, and the other players that we picked up that have kind of heavy contracts, and then including Tua. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. Maybe they've have ongoing talks with their agents and stuff like that. So in Greer we trust. So I'm not quite sure what the direction is, but hopefully it's a good direction.
Yeah, so no doubt says Philly contract includes the fifth year option. They didn't pass that up. I know. Let me clarify that. So he was under originally contract until 2024. The fifth year option is worth just 16 million. So then after the fifth year option, they're including 3 years, 75 million. But notice that they already did that move right now. So why isn't Jalen Waddle getting that move as well? And this is where I get a little bit hesitant with Chris Greer, because it's like you said, man. For me, Jalen Waddle is a fan favorite for me. Probably besides Juice, I would probably say Jalen Waddle has been my second favorite receiver recently in the last couple of years. Um, we're not seeing these moves, and I don't know. Is it because of cap situation or whatnot? I know we took a big hit, letting some of these guys go because we're so over the cap. But I'm a little bit surprised, man. I'm a little bit surprised that the Dolphins, that Chris Greer automatically just said, yeah, fifth year option is coming in, but we didn't get that same certainty. Like, yo, Jalen Waddle is going to be a priority for us to sign, or even Jalen Phillips. He didn't say that. He didn't say with either one of them. So and then obviously this past season, he let go of guys that he wanted to let go. So we don't know the certainty of Tyreek Hill. We don't know if he's coming back. We don't know how Jalen Phillips is going to come back after his injury. There's a lot of ifs. And one thing I'm kind of starting to analyze when it comes to Chris Greer is that this guy is more of like, show me. I go based on what I see. Like, and if you don't prove yourself to me, then I have no problem letting you go and letting you walk and go figure it out somewhere else. So it's a little bit concerning to me. That's all. It's just a little bit concerning that he wasn't like 100% like, yo, I'm gonna sign. We're gonna make it a priority. He kind of insinuated Tua was a priority, which I understand that. But just seeing Devontae Smith get his contract, and not seeing Jalen Phillips. Sorry, either Jalen Phillips or Jalen Waddle get their contracts. It's just a little bit of a concern. And then keep in mind, the 75 million for 3 years. That's 25 million a year. Jalen Waddle's gonna ask for more because his numbers are better. And
not only that, but we don't know who next year is gonna set the bar higher. And then next thing you know, instead of paying Jalen Waddle 25, we're gonna be paying him 30, 32, 33 million.
And no doubt you're right there. After last year, not gonna lie, I'm getting some PTSD. You're absolutely right, man. It's just I hope this is not the trend. I'm a little bit worried because you see how and I know that we're over the cap. I get it. But it just looks like Chris Greer is the type of guy who's not afraid of letting people go. He's like, screw it, bro. So
business
I mean,
is business, and that's his motto, bro.
Yeah, Nick, pero like you draft these guys, bro. Like what kind of if you don't resign these guys,
exactly, sucks.
What are you kind of like, showing to
what
your
are the
players
expectations
that
for the next draft classes?
Yeah. Like if I get let's say I'm a college kid and I get drafted by the Dolphins, I'm already coming in with the mindset that I'll be with Dolphins for 3 years, but after that, or 4 years, but after that, I'm pretty much gone. Like there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to sign with him. And maybe Chris Greer's just trying to be a cheap ass and trying to just hold off as much as he can. And again, I want to reiterate, I know that we're over the cap, but we'll see after next season. If anything has changed, I just hope that the Dolphins, I'll get a good look and have a better taste in my mouth once I see that the Dolphins have secured, I guess, Tua Tagovailoa with a good contract. Then I'll be like, okay, well that's one of the guys that's doing really well. and that the Dolphins were able to resign. And then I could honestly say the same thing. I'm assuming that after that's done, Jalen Waddle would be the next priority. And then I don't know about Javon Holland, man. Javon Holland is another question. And how much is that guy gonna ask? Like he's gonna ask for some money. He's not gonna be cheap either. So and we lost a good chunk of good players this year. So is that gonna be the trend moving forward? Losing a couple of good players and trying to recover. And if we lose these good players, then at the end of the day, we gotta realize he better make some solid draft picks, And that's another thing we gotta look at. What the Dolphins are gonna draft. Because if the Dolphins draft receivers or they draft defensive ends and stuff like that, that's kind of I gotta read between the lines and say, okay, maybe he's looking at something different here, Because obviously our biggest priority for the draft would be to get a replacement for Christian Wilkins. And then obviously find a replacement for Robert Hunt, right? That those are the two biggest needs. But there's no guarantee that that's what the Dolphins are going to do this year, especially since they've been signing people. I mean, they signed today a linebacker. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. What was this guy's name? I'll tell you right now. We signed a Dolphin today. Miami Dolphins. Where is it? In the meantime, Nick, any update on the Heat score? The Heat winning or losing?
Let me double check.
Dolphins inside. Here we go. Dolphins. See if I can find who we signed.
16-8. The Sixers are winning first quarter.
Ooh, it's already starting pretty bad. No doubt says holding out on Phillips makes sense after the injury. Waddle is a must sign. If not Waddle, then who would we sign? I mean, I guess the other priority would have to be Javon Holland. Don't you agree, Nick?
Yeah, defense. Just defense. Yeah.
And then keep in mind, Jalen
think-
Ramsey only has this season. After that, I think he's a free agent as well. So are we going to re-sign Jalen Ramsey as well? It's a lot, bro. What gets me a little bit afraid when it comes to what Chris Greer is doing a lot is that he's signing a lot of guys to these 1 or 2 year contracts, and that's it, man. So every year is like, yo, I gotta re-sign these guys and try to either re-sign them or find replacements for them. I don't know why he's doing that. I mean, obviously this time around I could understand, but because we're over the cap, but is that going to be a trend? Is that something that he's going to be consistently, want to try to do, where he wants to go ahead and just have consistency? Like, hey, it's all about this year. It's all about like next year. It's only about that year. Instead of looking at the long term, he's just looking at the short term, which can bite us in the butt at the end of the day. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree. But only time will tell, right? Only time will tell.
It's gonna be a little bit concerning if it drags on. That's all I'm saying. One last thing, no doubt also says edge rusher. I think defensive tackle is going to be a rotation, and what you see is what we have. Oof. If that's true, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if we have enough. And then we don't know how Zach Sealer's gonna be now that Christian Wilkins is not with him. That's the other thing too. So it could be something that could hurt us.
That's why that's why I feel like defensive tackle or O-line is going to be the priority in the draft.
I sure hope so. That's basically what we're hoping for. But as of right now, I don't even know what the Dolphins are thinking. I mean, I guess I'm happy that the draft is next week, because then now we'll be able to see what Chris Greer is doing. Because if Chris Greer is getting a defensive tackle or an offensive lineman in the first 2 rounds, then at least we could go ahead and say, okay, cool. He's making the necessary changes or necessary moves in order for the Miami Dolphins to recover from the people that we lost. And then obviously the next step would probably be to re-sign Tua. And then the next step after that is to go ahead and work on getting a contract extension for Jalen Waddle or maybe Phillips, either or, and from the looks of it, you saw what he did when it came to Christian Wilkins. He tried to get a contract done with Christian Wilkins. That didn't work out, so he moved on to the next person, which was Zach Sealer, and he saved and he signed Zach Sealer for a long term contract. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same situation when it comes to um, Jalen Watt or Jalen Phillips, that they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna be like, hey, whoever doesn't work, we'll move on to the next guy, and whoever we could sign, we sign. So anything else you wanted to talk about when it comes to the Miami Dolphins, sir?
Everyone's raving about Tua's hip motion when it comes to
Oh
those
my
training
God.
videos. He's adding more fundamentals to his game, and then everyone's also raving about how Devon Achan or Achan has bulked up. He looks a little bit more on size this year, and so hopefully maybe that would work. And like you mentioned before, um, only time will tell what our draft picks think of us or think of Greer, but with the commitment that he does with his draft picks. But overall, that's pretty much. There's not much going on, to be honest with you, except for Juju Smith-Schuster kind of showing his wee wee out. It's kind of weird, but aside from that,
I
there
haven't
hasn't been.
heard. I haven't heard that. I'm glad I haven't heard that.
Yeah, super weird, bro. Apparently, he went on live and then he just just
Oh Lord.
super.
What's up, Cap? Yes, I guess the biggest thing also is the draft, obviously. What we're gonna do is next Wednesday, I'm gonna have some names out there that I think the Dolphins should target. I think my brother can go ahead and agree once I can name him out there and see if he agrees with some of the guys that we should
Oh,
target.
the guy from FSU, bro. Jared Verse. 100%, and no doubt is for sure gonna agree on me. He's a
You
great rusher, great penetrator. That guy can, get to the quarterback, have a lot of tackle for losses, stop the run. The guy's a stud.
So I found out who the Dolphins signed today. So Dolphins signed linebacker Cam Brown. He's a former Giant. I guess he was really good for special teams. He had 7 ST tackles last year. So it looks like he was more of like a special teams type of guy that the Dolphins decided to sign today. Not too big, no big drama. I guess they're just trying to book up special teams, especially since we're gonna have this awkward
Damn right,
kickoff.
no doubt.
Moving on. Let's see. No doubt, right? If
That's it, bro.
Rush falls to us, I'm getting a jersey. Yeah,
100%.
man, Jesus Christ. Um, we'll go into detail as far as who we think the Dolphins should draft next week. My brother's obviously hoping that the kid from Florida State. I have a couple people that I think the Dolphins should target. And then, of course, like we said earlier at the beginning of the show, me and my brother will be at the draft party next week. So we'll go ahead and give you guys details. I don't know if it's open to the public. I'm pretty sure it is too. But if you guys, we'll give you more details about it. That way, you guys could go if you guys want to link up. If you're in here in South Florida and you want to go to the draft party and catch up with
We'll,
us, let us know.
we'll probably go live too for like 5-10 minutes. Say what's up to everybody. And
Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, sir. Let's jump on to what's happening right now, which is the Miami Heat, sir. Can you give me an update on the Miami Heat right now, sir?
Miami Heat first quarter.
Oh Lord.
Let's see. First quarter still 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. The Heat are down by 5. It's 20-15.
Okay. All right. So the Heat are in this game to begin, which is good. Looking at the stats right now, it looks like Jimmy Butler already has 6 points. So maybe we're getting playoff Jimmy. Tyler Hero was 4 points. Bam only has 1 rebound.
And we're
Damn.
getting playoff Bam for sure.
Nikola Jovic already has 4 rebounds and 2 points. Wow. He's getting a shitload of rebounds. And then is Duncan Robinson available for today's game?
No, yes, sir, but not Scary Terry. Scary Terry is still out.
Wow. That sucks. All right. Well, I mean, and then on the Philadelphia side, let's see who is scoring for them. Joel Embiid already has 6 points. Wow. And Tyrese Maxey has 5. Tobias Harris has 4. Kyle Lowry. Why is that loser playing good for them right now? He's on that revenge tour. He wants to beat the Heat. He has already 5 points. You're getting Kyle Lowry, playoff Kyle Lowry, bro. Wow. What an ass. That's all I gotta say. Wow, what an ass. Sure, talk to me, man. I know we're gonna be ending the show a little bit sooner than later. Obviously, we're gonna finish it up hopefully within by like about 8 o'clock or maybe 7:55, somewhere around there. Talk to me, man. Do you think the Heat are gonna pull off this victory against the Philadelphia 76ers?
I mean, when it comes to the Heat, this season has been very, 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 very stressful. But it seems like they play really well on the road. I believe their record was 24 and like 16, I believe. And their home record was like 22 and 19, something like that. Don't quote on me. But it seems like they're road warriors this year. And Jimmy Butler actually mentioned it a couple of days ago before the play-in game that he kind of is a little bit, I guess, happy that they're on the road because they feel like when they play at home, they kind of like ease off on the pedal. But hey, it's the first quarter. It's close. It's 17-20 now, with 1 minute left. I think as long as the Heat keep it close, it's up for grabs. And the Heat are the type of team that they like to keep it close. They don't like blowouts and nothing like that. So hopefully Jimmy Butler now takes the game seriously because now it's the postseason. So maybe we got Tyler Hero now, so that's good too. So Tyler Hero always plays well against Philly. It's just Bam. Bam has been playing really poor lately.
Well, not only that, but we got Kevin Love out there because I'm actually tuning in. Oh, here comes a 3-pointer by our boy. This guy, number 11, the rookie, shooting that 3-pointer, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I met him at Coral Gables. Super random.
Oh, you did? Jaime Jaquez, right?
Nah, Nikolai.
Oh no, so Jaime Jaquez was the one who made that 3. But you did make Jovac. Jovac did go ahead and made that. Has been playing really well, and right now it's 2020. I'm watching it on my phone, so I have it here on my phone. So I'll keep you guys up to date with the score. Let me see. Maybe I can show you guys a little preview. See, there it is.
Oh, here he goes.
Ah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I dislike Kelly Oubre so much, man. That guy gives me like his face gets me upset. He's one of those guys that I'm just like, screw you, bro.
I don't know how behind I am right now, but Kevin Love's on the free throw. I like it. So the Miami Heat are on the verge of actually going ahead and taking the lead in the first quarter.
You see, that's what we need to do. But typically, I feel like the Heat kind of ease off the pedal around the second quarter. So we just got to keep on this energy going. And I'm glad that Kevin Love is playing because I'm not gonna lie to you. That game with Toronto, he had like a shoulder injury, and he's now like he looked like he was a little bit injured, but it seems like he's okay. So that's good. We need size right now. And sir, why does it look like you look like a snowman now, sir?
I saw that. Like it like the camera just completely. Maybe because I was putting the phone on the front of the camera, so it made it brighter. I just noticed that. I was like, why is it so bright now? But yeah, so the Heat are up right now, 22-20.
What about you? What do you think? You think we can pull it off? I tell you.
Last shot, and Philly just tied. Oh, what a pass right now! Is that to Jimmy? Oh, but he got fouled. Oh no, Jimmy's hurt. Jimmy's holding his knee, sir. Jimmy Butler is holding his knee, and it looks like Jimmy Butler is in pain, sir.
No fucking way. You serious?
Jimmy Butler is in pain. They're showing. Let me show you guys live action right here. That way you can see it. Oh my God! Hold on a second. So there you got Alonzo Mourning and Pat Riley worried, and there's Jimmy Butler on the ground, and training is going over to Jimmy Butler. Look at this live action here that we're giving you right now of the Miami Heat. So let's see if they show the replay. It was a great pass. Jimmy Butler was here. It is. So he goes. Here's Jimmy. He jumps and apparently, he landed a little bit on his knee. He landed a little. But you got that Burger King $5 Whopper duo that is very good to get right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a Whopper, you get that damn Whopper. God damn it!
Oh my God! Bro.
So yeah, apparently Jimmy Butler A little bit hurt out
Great.
there. Sorry
Bro,
about
the
my camera guy. My
fucking
camera.
very first. Oh my god, bro. Oubre. Oh my god, again with this Oubre guy, bro. Fuck that guy, bro. Screw Oubre. Screw you, man. You take basketball way too aggressively, just like Josh Hart. Screw that guy too, bro.
And I
Man,
don't know, I don't know, guys, what's going on with my camera. This camera's acting all stupid right now, so I don't know.
no
It's like, let
fucking
me.
way,
Here we go.
bro.
It's probably. Sorry about that, guys, but I hope I gave you a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. I don't know why the camera's doing that. I guess it's reading the phone. But yeah, so live action, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it there first. Jimmy Butler struggling, getting hurt on that play. Hopefully they're showing the replay again. Let me see what happened here.
It,
Apparently he landed.
his knee got caught under his own body.
No, it was okay. So apparently Jimmy fell, and when Jimmy fell, Oubre landed on his ankle, which then extended his knee. So it looked like it was his ankle that he landed on his ankle, but he's holding that knee like there's no tomorrow. Damn, that's bad. That sucks.
Bro, wait, Jim. Oh my
Look at
god.
this. Let's see if I can show. Oh, my bad. Oh, but and now look at him.
Yeah, I know. I have it
He's
here too.
walking.
I have it here.
He's walking kind of gingerly, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit gingerly. All right. Well, we've been going on for a minute. We want to tune in. We want to make sure we finish watching. We hopefully Jimmy will bounce back. I mean,
Thank you, no doubt, bro. Screw that guy, bro.
hopefully we're able to know.
Let's
So,
bend
but
this
let's go ahead and talk our last topic of the day, and of course that was the Champions League game. Real Madrid with a big win over, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester City, bro. What a comeback. I gotta fix this, guy. Sorry, this is annoying me. Why in God's green earth is this camera doing this? Hold on, guys. Hold on.
So while my brother's going through that, yes, today was the second leg of Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Um, very tough game today. It looked very lopsided, to be honest with you. You know, Man City was super aggressive all game. You know, the possession was 65-35, but it did not look like that. It looked like completely 90-10. Once Real Madrid was able to score in the minute 12, Rodrigo from a pass from, if I'm not mistaken, it was probably, I think it was Jude, or Valverde. It was one of those two. They went ahead, he scored, and then from there, Ancelotti just said, "Screw it, park the bus, let's play defense all day," and that put a lot of pressure on our third option goalkeeper, which is Lunan, the Ukrainian. And so right now, big win. It went into penalties. Kevin De Bruyne had tied for Manchester City around minute 80, but it was enough for them to go ahead and send it to penalties. And Bernardo Silva had a very, very random choice of kicking in the middle, and Lunan was able to guess on Kovacic. What's his name? Kovacic. What's his name? Kovacic. I think his name is Kovacic. And Bernardo Silva, and Real Madrid was able to win.
Was it Kovacic next Real Madrid?
Yeah, he was. He was an ex Madrid.
There you go.
And so it was a great game, and obviously, it seemed like Man City was gonna actually take over this game because they were just it was almost 20 shots on towards the goal. So it was pretty lopsided when it came to it. But Madrid held it down and was able to extend it and win in penalties.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, even though we're talking soccer, we will keep you up to date with Jimmy Butler and his injury, and then obviously we're keeping you up to date with how the Heat are doing. And yes, we do need Tyler Hero. Apparently, if Jimmy Butler can't go, it's going to be something that is concerning for us. When it came to Man City versus Real Madrid, I watched the game. I thought it was an exciting game. It was really good. I was impressed with that goalkeeper, Lunin, whatever his name is. He was amazing. He did a phenomenal thing out there. And then in the penalty kicks, he was solid, man. He was, pretty much throwing in the same direction that all the Man City players were kicking. I was like impressed. I was like, wow, this guy's really good. And again, I haven't been watching too much La Liga and stuff. I've been following a lot on EPL. But with that being said, though, we had some teams that lost out there too. And one of the biggest unfortunate situations for one of our listeners, Chad, is the fact that Arsenal goes down and Bayern beats them 1-0 and they move on. So now we have Bayern going up against Real Madrid in the semifinals. And then last night we had
Atletico Madrid choke on Dortmund.
we had
And,
two we had two teams just completely go ahead and hold on, they're talking. Eric, let me see what Eric wants to say.
But I think you have two very like-minded organizations. Both teams prioritize
Oh, he's out there, sir.
defensive end, so there's probably going to be a lot of these kind of possessions all game long.
Oh, this is just what Jimmy Butler just did, sir. Jimmy Butler just did a classic David Ospina. Looked like he was extremely injured.
He is running out there.
Well, he
already has
a little.
No, he has the ball on right now. He goes, he shoots a three just for the hell of it, and he misses it. Now he's sucking it up, man. This playoff Jimmy, bro. He's gonna if the Heat are able to pull this off, then he has time to rest that knee. So, but we need playoff Jimmy, and Jimmy's on the line apparently. Apparently, it was a zone infraction or something, or a 3-second violation. Could be one of those two. Anyway, so the Heat are up right now, 24-22. Sorry, guys, this is just intense. Us watching and doing the show at the same time. So when it came to the soccer, Barcelona choked, and so did Atletico Madrid. So now the two teams that are moving on the opposite side of the bracket is Dortmund and PSG with Mampe. Mampe making his return back to the semi when it comes to the English to the Champions League. And sir, should I bring it up? Should I get some people pissed?
No, sir.
No, don't bring it up.
No, but something that my brother and I have been talking about is, who's gonna win this year's Champions League. And you know me, I have Santiago Bernabeu literally right behind me, and I got the Real Madrid, sweater going on. But to be honest with you, I was telling my brother that PSG is looking really hungry, man. And sometimes, certain things have to fall upon you. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if it wasn't for Araujo from Barcelona do that horrible foul,
yeah, man,
and get that red, it cost Barcelona big time. And unfortunately, PSG capitalized it. Ironically, Dembele has only scored 3 goals this whole season, and the 3 goals the 2 of the goals that he scored has been on Barcelona.
He wanted that revenge, bro. He wanted that revenge.
He really made sure that his he made sure that his I guess his footprint was known. But whatever. Point is, PSG
is in love with the steal. Joel Embiid. Sorry.
And Jaime Jaquez with the bank shot. And so, PSG just capitalized it. And sometimes you just need a little bit of fortune, a little bit of luck. And so I think right now they're in a good position to go back to the final.
Let me ask you something.
Borussia Dortmund, even though Borussia Dortmund doesn't look strong, they can surprise people too. Look, they're in the semis as well.
Let me ask you something. And this is just me thinking outside the box. If for some strange reason PSG is able to win Champions League, does Mampe change his decision to stay?
No.
You think he stays no matter what?
Yeah. No. That he won't stay. He's moving. He's leaving.
No matter what, he's gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for him to go.
Con más razón, he would leave.
Why? Why you say that?
Because he finished his chapter with PSG.
But did he? Because he won it. But don't you want to defend it?
Nah. You know why? Because no one's gonna give him the credit that he's. Remember, everyone talks about EPL. Everyone talks about La Liga.
Yeah.
And no one really gives the credit on the French league and League One. And so in order for him to kind of, grow and I'll never forget, and this is something that I heard. And James Rodriguez, the ex-player Real Madrid Colombian, he once said, "Hey, he had plenty of offers from of different clubs. PSG, he had offers from I believe it was Arsenal, and then he had an offer with Madrid. And Florentino Perez said, "Hey, do you want money or do you want legacy?" And he's like, "Yo quiero, I want leyenda. I want to be I want legacy. I want to be legendary." And so I think that's what Mampe is now moving on forward to.
I
And
mean,
so
I see your argument, but the only problem is, I mean, he creating a legacy if he's able to bring a Champions Cup to PSG. I mean, that's a huge thing for PSG. PSG,
yeah,
have
but
they even
Frank,
won one?
he already won the World Cup with France. You feel me? He's already been in France for so long that he now wants to go ahead and screw you, sir. He's coming to Madrid. I don't care what you say, goddamn it.
No,
He's
just
oh,
I
damn,
really
Dave.
want no doubt, bro. Yes, that's funny. I mean, granted, I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely take the Spanish dimes over the French girls.
Well, I don't know
But
if you heard. I don't know if you heard, but this is a rumor. But I heard Mampe's girl's kind of like a little different.
yeah, but that was a while. We already know that that I think he plays for the same team. Um, but you know, uh, look, man, I think I think this might not be a good thing for Real Madrid if PSG wins. Now, who do I think is going to win? I honestly feel PSG is going to beat Dortmund. I'm rooting for Dortmund, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like Dortmund. I want Dortmund to win. I've never seen Dortmund win,
I'm rooting
so
for PSG to be honest with you.
I want Dortmund to win. I think it's more of a storyline if you're able to have PSG make it to the final. And then I don't know, man. Just for me, Bayern looks a little bit shaky this year. They're a good team. They didn't win their league, so that was a surprise. But I think Real Madrid just takes it another level, man. And they just beat the best team probably that was still left
Kevin
in
Love
the
with a
tournament.
three.
Yeah. So just I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I love Kevin Love. Like he has stepped it up, bro. And his intensity and look at the heat, 33-26. That's what I'm talking about. Um, and if Jimmy keeps playing the way he is, I look, they had to call timeout. Look at Kevin Love. I love what Kevin Love, bro. Kevin Love is so good. Maybe man, I wish we could do like a live stream and just talk about the Miami Heat. Do like a live game of the Heat. Maybe we could do that one of these days. Just do a live, like you know how like some of the podcasts like to do live Miami Dolphins and all that stuff. We could probably do a
Yeah,
live Miami Heat game and just go play by play and be like, guys, what do you think? Because I think this is actually pretty fun watching at the same time doing the podcast. But yeah, man, I honestly feel that Real Madrid is gonna win against Bayern, and then I feel that I think PSG is
I
gonna win, but I'm
hope
gonna be rooting
I
for Dortmund.
hope they beat Bayern. The
They
difference
should
between
beat them.
Bayern and I
They
mean,
should,
they got on, they don't, but they have a number 9 with Harry Kane. Even though I
Nick,
know they didn't win
Nick,
the league, but still,
but they're not the same. They're not the same with Harry Kane. It just I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be the same. Lewandowski is very good. Lewandowski is very good. I just you know Bayern is a very strong team. Not gonna lie.
yeah, they
But
are.
for me, Real Madrid is the favorite. They should win. They should win that next round, and they should win. They're the best team left in the tournament right now. To
Whoa,
be honest,
nah, chill. I think
I know you. I know
it's
you don't
between
want me.
them and PSG.
I know
Obviously,
you don't. You don't want me to jinx Real Madrid.
obviously, Man City was
Man City was the best.
Man City was the best team in the tournament,
Correct.
and
At
then
this, that
came
was left.
and then after that, I believe it was Madrid. And then after that was probably Arsenal. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But but
So how Arsenal
listen,
choked in
man.
EPL, I
Only
love
turn
it. I love how Arsenal chucked in EPL. And on the EPL side, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, you guys know I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm also an Everton fan. So as long as Chelsea and Everton are, well, Everton is the one that's a little bit rough with possibly getting regulated, but um, and they were getting penalized a couple of points for financial issues that they were doing. So I don't know if that's gonna be contested or not. That last time I heard was that they were getting hit with an 8-point deficit when it comes to
Another one? Dipping.
yeah, and it was going to be applied to to this season. Like they're like purposely want them to get regulated. But right now they're number 16. They're 2 points ahead of Luton Town. Obviously Sheffield United, but Sheffield United is going to get regulated. They're at 16 points, and Burnley's at 20. So it's really a dogfight between Luton, Nottingham Forest, and Everton to make it out. So Chelsea, on the other hand, Chelsea is just they're in the middle of the pack. They're number 9. Don't see them. I mean, they're too off. They can't even finish in 5th place. Tottenham has 60 points. Chelsea's at right now at 47. So it's too big of a gap. And I think there's only what, like 5 games left of the season. So it's like there's not that much left. So if I have to go ahead and give you guys who I'm rooting for when it comes to EPL, as of right now, I don't want Man City to win it again. I want
Screw
Liverpool to
Man
win it.
City.
I want Liverpool to win it, and I want Liverpool to win it because obviously Luis Diaz is there, and he's
I
Colombian.
don't
So
mind. I don't mind Arsenal or Liverpool. I'm
I,
kind of rooting more. Kind of rooting more towards Arsenal because I like Arsenal, but at the same time though, Liverpool for Luis Diaz. But that's just off friendly shit. At the end of the day, I'm a Man U guy. I would want Man U to win the whole EPL, but unfortunately, that boat is sailed way left.
yeah, same for me. It's the same thing. For me, I'm a Chelsea guy and Everton, and unfortunately, Chelsea can't even make it in the top 5, which is rough. When it comes to Man U technically still has a shot at trying to make it to that 5th spot. They're 10 points behind Tottenham, so they need some help though, but they do have some possibility. And then when it comes to like I said, I prefer Liverpool over Arsenal and Man City. Man City already won it, so they've always won EPL. And then Liverpool is only because of um Luis Diaz being in the team. So that's why if I had to pick somebody, that's who I would pick. And then of course, sir, before we go, we have El Clasico happening this weekend, sir. So
Yes,
talk to me, sir. What do you think, man? Who's gonna take it? Is it gonna be Real Madrid or is it gonna be Barcelona?
I believe this time the Clásicos in the Santiago Bernabéu, and it's going to be more hostile. Even though today's game it took a lot of energy, it took a lot of effort, and it burned out a lot of the players of Real Madrid. But for now, hopefully we can take this one for the team. If Madrid is able to capitalize this win, I don't want to jinx it, but this will probably give a good idea of Madrid winning the La Liga.
Yeah,
If they lose, then it kind of would keep them on their toes. But if they're able to pull out a win here, or even tie, to be honest with you, I think they're on a good. They control their own path.
where is this game gonna be at? Is it in Real
I
Madrid
believe
or in
it's.
Barcelona?
I believe it's in the Bernabeu. I believe it's in the Bernabeu
I was trying to look for it, but I can't.
because
Yeah, Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah.
yeah, because I'll never forget Jude Bellingham scoring that bombazo in Barcelona.
Well, right now on the La Liga standings, Real Madrid is up 78 points, and then Barcelona's in second with 70. So you're right, man. If Barcelona's able to pull it off this weekend, the game is this Sunday at 3 o'clock for you guys who are interested in tuning in and watching this game. If they're able to go ahead and get a victory, which would be a big victory for them, especially since they're playing in a Bernabeu. Um, they're back in it. You know, they're only 5 points away, so it's there. You know, it's there for the taking. It's up to Barcelona to kind of bounce back from the unfortunate debacle that they had, and from what we spoke about a little bit. You're right. You're absolutely right. Aranjo getting that red card in that last game was what definitely kind of shot Barcelona, and it just hurt him. And then Xavi getting a red card as well. It was a frustration. It was just a really, really bad
Even the
night.
assistant coach got a red card, bro. It was insane.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was just not. It was a bad night for Barcelona. But yeah. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the show a little bit early due to the fact that, of course, we got the heat going on. We don't want to hold you guys up. I know you guys want to still watch the game, so we want to watch the game as well. Like I said, me and my brother are actually we have it on our phones while we're doing the podcast. But Any last remarks, sir, before we head on out?
Um, nah, man, just blessed. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Manny. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, bro. I'm gonna go after this to the Piazza, which is on 49th Street. And it's a good pizza spot. So I'm gonna go meet him up because apparently Flanagan's is a 3 hour wait right now, which is pretty much the whole fucking Heat game. And then after that, just finish some homework, kind of get work done, and kind of meal prep because I'm on a little diet. And that's about it, bro. Just another. Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. We appreciate everyone who tunes into us. We're just two brothers that love to talk about sports, and we love for you guys to also join. If anyone wants to join us, you give a shout out to my brother Fresco or I, and we can set something up. And we're just always talking about sports, and yeah, man.
Absolutely. And as for me, guys, don't forget to follow me at Frankie Fresco on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, X, any of these different platforms. As far as the show is concerned, make sure you guys go ahead and follow us. Anytime you get a chance, here on the Frankie Fresco channel, we are always grateful to have you guys obviously tune in to our show. And like my brother said, it's always good to be able to do the show with my brother. And like I said, we apologize that we've been in a hiatus the last 2 weeks. We've just been very busy. Both, like you said, my brother is finishing up school, and I've just been busy with DJ, man. It's been slamming. So but like I did before I do let you guys go, I did want to go ahead and I did mention to you guys I will be at the next wrestling show, the CCW show that is taking place tomorrow. So I want to go ahead. I was able to pull up the flyer, and that is the flyer right there. It's actually Rumble in the Jungle 3 tomorrow night.
Oh,
The
sure.
address is there, right there. It's 2685 Northwest 105th Avenue in Doral, Florida. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. If you guys haven't been to one of these CCW shows, like I recommend you guys go, man. It's fun. Tickets are like about $20, so it's not that expensive. They have drinks, they have food. I have not been to the Doral location, so this is gonna be a
Tripping
first for
Animals,
me.
it's good. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked out with my girlfriend because they my girlfriend and her team or the team that she works with, they set up like a boot camp in Tripping Animals, and so it's a big venue.
Is that like a brewery?
Yeah, it's a brewery.
Okay. And then I because I was looking at their site and they had a whole bunch of like shirts and stuff, and it was all about people like tripping. Like it's like if everybody was high as hell. Like they actually have a Miami Dolphins. Have you seen that? They have a Miami Dolphins shirt.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that. I'm glad you're saying that because happy 420. Anyone who does recreational
It is around the
cannabis.
corner. Yeah. So let
And
me
so yeah.
before I let you go, let me see if I could find the shirt. It's so funny, and I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but they have. Check this out. Let me see if I could find it. It's like a Miami Dolphin, like it's a dolphin shirt, and he's like tripping balls, and it's. I guess they have it on a shirt, and it's. Let me see if I can find it. Where was this? I had it somewhere. Damn it. Merch. They have it under merch. Is it under the merch? No. Well, if you guys check it out, it has like one of their shirts is a dolphin, and he's like tripping balls. So it's like it's actually funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's I don't know if you've seen it, and he's like really like tripping balls. Like the shirt looks funny as hell. I'm trying to look for. Or here it is. Here it is. I found it. It's $30. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Here it is. Let me stop sharing this. Let's see if I could get it. There it is. So that's the tripping balls right there.
Oh, that's a
Tripping
badass
balls.
shirt.
Yeah, Dolphins tee right there. You know
That's a
what?
badass shirt.
I'm gonna do this that way you guys could actually see it a little bit more. But apparently, it's a shirt of a dolphin, like literally tripping balls, and it's actually funny. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm able to pull it up on my screen here. Let me show you guys that way you guys can see before we go. I don't know if you guys are interested, but here it is. There it is. There it is. There's the shirt. It's apparently a dolphin.
Shit, I think I want to get that.
Yeah, it says tripping dolphins, I guess. And then on the bottom, I don't know what it says on the bottom. What does it say on the bottom? It says, "Oh, tripping animals." Okay, so that's what it says. Tripping Animals Brewery. I think that's what it says on the bottom. So
Yeah, that's the place. That's the place. That's what they're called, Tripping Animals.
that's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, so I'll be there tomorrow night, sir. And Nick, I don't know if you have time, if you want to swing by, let me know. I can see if we can meet up. If not, then anybody else who wants to go and is in the South Florida location in Doral or close to it, let me know. Hit me up, send me a DM. I'll be more than happy to meet up with you guys. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me talk to you. Episode 21 in the books. Hopefully, the Miami Heat continue this run, and we're able to, talk next week about who we're about playing the Knicks, right? Yeah, it would be the Knicks because they're the number 2 ranked team. Team. So,
correct,
ladies and gentlemen, for that is all for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody who stopped by. Cat for Life, no doubt. Everybody who was watching on X and everybody who watched on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. Any of those platforms, thank you so much. And like my brother said, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and share it with your friends. And we'll be back next week, hopefully at the regular time, 8 o'clock. If not, maybe we'll do 7. I don't know, man. 7 wasn't that bad. It was pretty cool to be a little bit early. So for all of us here at Let Me Talk to You, we'll see you next week. Peace out.
Let me talk to you.
The biggest icon in wrestling.